Welcome, everyone. It's been a long time coming for me to make one of these videos. American Truck Simulator. I always like showing where I am. I'm in Flagstaff, Arizona, and we're making our way to Kayenta. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to end up making the entire destination by the time we are done the video, but I wanted to just kind of quickly show you what it is I'm up to here. We're hauling this. Let's get into it. We're checking our mirrors. Again, that is the only mod that I have going, apart from showing all the information at the bottom here. It's nighttime. You don't, see as well, obviously. But I thought that I would do a little bit of gameplay at night. Since, again, it's different. I was going to live stream yesterday, but for some unknown reason, I was unable to. It wouldn't let me, but this morning it allowed me. But I really want to make this a series again. Like I said, I'm using the Logitech G29 steering wheel. Seeing all the lights flashing and all that, this is just so much fun. Just because I haven't made a video on this in a long time, don't be fooled by thinking that I have lost interest. No, we're good. Ah, so World of Warcraft. I know, it's like, wait, what? It expires tomorrow. I can't decide. Sorry, I keep looking for my high beams. Can't decide whether or not I want to pursue the game. Funny enough, and I didn't think this would happen, when I speak to people and I ask them if they would prefer World of Warcraft or American Truck Simulator, I mean, most people that watch me don't mind because I don't have that big of a following to begin with. But you'd be surprised how many said American Truck Simulator. Because I treat these almost, like I said, like a vlog in sort of a weird way. Where you go like on a virtual road trip. Because that's a thing too, right? Where some people, they do road trips on YouTube. And they record it. And then there's the whole, like, trucker life and all that kind of thing, right? And so here you almost get to experience that, but it's fake. Because this is a video game. But it's also much safer. I can drive in between two lanes. I can roll 100 miles an hour down an Arizona interstate or anywhere else I want. But I do tend to try and keep it, serious, apart from following the speed limit. But I'm definitely not going to be driving like this for the rest of the, the trip. But let's take a look now because... Oops. Oh, I turned on the windshield wipers. Can you tell it's been a while since I played? He flashed his high beams. Could be because mine are pretty bright. There we go. There's my lights. I'm surprised I don't have more lights than that for some reason. But if we can stop off somewhere and sleep, we'll do that. I wanted something a little different for once because, like I said, it's always daytime and nighttime. You can show off the lighting and all that. When it was on beta, the entire beta that this was going on for the newer version of the game, the lights were all polygon-like the, how the light emitted light, right? You could see, like, the cone, and it looked really, really awful. I probably should have signaled there. I don't know if this is the best place for an entry point. But again, this is where the challenge comes in, right? Because no one's ever said anything to me, but I'm sure there's some people that are like, where's the challenge in this game? I know I say that a lot. I gotta work on that. It's a bad habit. Maybe I'll just start saying, you don't know. I know everything. But I don't do that just in recordings, just in everyday life. I tend to say that a lot. I have a real trucker friend of mine who told me, you know, in a real life situation like this, if you've got to go over the curb a little bit, mind you, in real life... Oh, he's backing up? No way. And then... right there at the top left. I'm sorry, but in what game have you ever played where that happens? The guy actually took a moment and backed up and then proceeded to go on without hitting me. This game just keeps blowing me all the time. Or yeah, keeps blowing me away all the time. Wow. I'm just taking my time here because, again, I am trying to treat this, you know, fairly seriously, even though it's just a video game. Nice Mustang right there. That is a piece of detail, again, that I just was not expecting. And I'm speechless again. This game just keeps doing that to me all the time. Like I said, I bought this game on sale when it came out on sale. Not all that long ago. I think I just pull in here? No. How does that work again? Bear with me, folks. I don't know what I'm doing. Damn it. And then backing up is definitely not my strong point. Like, I mean, it's bad. But I want to try and figure out a way that I can sleep and make the time go by. I'm trying to line up my icon with that blue square. Don't tell me I have to park it right in there. I'll get a prompt on the keyboard. Yeah, I'm not liking this spot. I'll just go to the other one over here. Don't tell me I have to parallel park in between those two trucks. That's absolutely insane. Can I park next to this guy? Or was that, like, the exact spot? Do you know what I mean? That I have to be in. Like, I've done this before. I know I'm probably making a few of you scratch your head there. But I mean, like, I've been here. Or I mean, like, I've been to a spot where you can go and sleep. And it wasn't this complicated. I mean, at this point, I might as well just make the time go by naturally and just keep playing, but... like, I just don't understand why... well, I'm forced to go through the night. It appears. Let me try and back up just for a moment. Again, this is sort of the... oh, there. What happened here? Press the following key to stop the engine. Nice. That was a little bit wonky. And now it's raining. Oh, this is awesome. What the hell is that music? Seriously, what was that? I mean, I know people have asked for some music before. I don't think this is it. And it's kind of loud, too. I am going to find a way someday to get some music into the game, but this ain't it. This is not the way to do it. What happens if I just... leave that there, but I mute it like that. There we go. Oh man, this is awesome. Sorry, I'm just really stoked. Is that the word? Stoked? I'm French, so I mean, I might be using the term wrong. And by the way, I am driving a Kenworth W900. I'm not going to pretend like I know about trucks, okay? But I do know from everything I've seen and heard and my real trucker friend out in Arizona, which is probably why I'm here. Plus, it's just one of my favorite states. Even though I'm Canadian, I've Google mapped all of the US of A. And Arizona, even if it wasn't for my friend Mike, I would probably choose this as one of my favorites. It's just, it's always hot. I love deserts. Cacti. I don't think cactuses is a word, but if it isn't, it is now. Just the wildlife that's there. But this is great. I mean, and I would live in a little house like that. Well, we can't see it now. Look at that view. I always like driving like this just a little bit momentarily, just to kind of get that bird's eye view. But it's all about that turning and parking and trying to get your truck to line up. You know, that's where that magic is in this game. And I just can't tell you, again, enough how happy this game makes me. I can't even believe I took almost a month off from playing this game. But going back to World of Warcraft, because it expires tomorrow and I don't know if I want to renew my subscription or my membership, whatever you want to call it. You know, this game is free. I bought this game, like I was trying to say earlier, for half the price of what it cost to play World of Warcraft for 2 weeks. It cost me like $10. Then I bought a couple of expansions as they were on sale. And then I very quickly went and spent, in Canadian dollars, about $330 Canadian, so maybe $270 US, $250 US, on a steering wheel, the Logitech G29. And I was afraid at first that this was going to be a ridiculous purchase, that I was going to absolutely hate it. Or that I was going to like it, but not be able to justify the cost. And with COVID and the pandemic and all that, I found out that almost a few months after I purchased it that I could still return it. And coincidentally, on the day that I looked it up for the fun of it, because I was starting to run out of money, I was like, I could use an extra, you know, good few $100. And when I looked it up online at Best Buy, that day, like at my online receipt, that was the day, that was my last day to return it. I hadn't played the game in a few weeks, and I was like, yeah. So I hopped into the game, and that was a mistake. Because within like 30 seconds, there was another like piece of detail that just came in again. And all the emotions came flowing back, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't go back to this game with a controller. I can't do it. There's other games that I've played this steering wheel with. Doesn't play all that well. Forza Motorsport 6 or 7, whatever the newest one is. Runs like shit. It's hot garbage, period. Out of the box, and even after tweaking it for quite a while, I just couldn't get it working. Again, I get it. It's a bit more of a... Is it considered an arcade game or more of a simulator? I don't remember. But I tried Forza Horizon 4. That was a lot better, but it still felt a bit loose, a bit sloppy. It took a while for me to get used to it. What else did I play? Need for Speed Heat. Love the game. I bought it on the PC. It was on sale like 80% off. It plays good. It plays really good for an arcade game. It's probably one of the best arcade game racers I've played with the wheel. And then that helped me go, oh yeah, I gotta keep this. Then I bought Dirt 4 on PC instead of PS5. Dirt 4 is the only other game apart from American Truck Simulator that practically out of the box with no setting changes, it is like 100% bang on. Like when I turn the wheel just a little bit, see? It turns the wheel. Whereas in some of the other ones, it kind of, You know, does the... Like, it just feels looser. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's not a pleasant experience if I'm telling you that there's some racers that I would prefer to use a controller with. That is just not normal. So yeah. I went back to the Kenworth W900 as well because there's something odd that I have OCD about that I was trying to get over. And I might have mentioned this in one of my other videos. Even though your actual view in this truck is lower than others because you've got the hood blocking a little bit at the front, which I kind of like. And then the visor comes down a little bit. I mean, I can, you know, change it like that and zoom it in. You don't have the sunglass part, the tinted part at the top. Some other trucks, you have a greater view. You have like a better view. But what ends up happening is the top part is tinted, and I felt like it was kind of distracting me more than anything. Like, I understand that it's realistic, but it was kind of off-putting. And I just didn't understand why it was bothering so much. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's tinted. So I would look up at the sky in the distance, and it kept looking like the top was always a bit darker because it's tinted. And I tried some mods to remove it, you know, edit the files and all this kind of stuff. That was my guess. It's pretty good. And I just could not get too used to it. Like, I got over it. Whoops, I almost burnt a red light. At this point, we'll just pretend like that never happened. And I'll just proceed through. Now I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, with the tint. I can still play with other trucks that have that tint. But I would rather have a little bit more of a smaller windshield, a little bit lesser of a view, if it means I won't have the tint at the top. And I think that's OCD. I think that taps into my OCD. But again, for the way I've got my settings here, you can see like the door and the canister on the side there. I can even see my rear, or my side mirror, my real one, without having the modded one at the top left. I argue that the view is pretty good. And then I was able to change the interior a bit. So this, for me, is definitely one of my favorite trucks. I'll probably never have the honor of owning one. But that's okay. If my YouTube channel goes a little bit better someday, I might treat myself to just like a nice pickup truck. I don't know if I'll do one with like the dually, you know, where they have 4 wheels in the back and all that. But I'll probably get like a 4-door short cab kind of thing. Because I do like trucks a lot. I appreciate sports cars, you know, your Mustangs and all that. But believe it or not, I've always been more of a truck person. I like the looks of them more, the sounds of them more. I'm not a quarter-mile kind of guy. I'm a cruiser, I'm a torque kind of guy. Horsepower is nice, but I'd rather have more torque than, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, look, my Corvette can do 0 to 60 or the quarter mile in like 10 seconds or whatever. And then they spend thousands of dollars, tens of thousands to shave off a second or whatever it is. And I'm like, that's great, but can you pull an airplane? I'm just saying, like, to me, that's more impressive is what I'm saying. And where I don't need an additional license or a special one, I can get myself like a nice pickup truck like that where I don't need... Yeah, I botched that big time. These kinds of instances usually don't happen when I'm playing on my own. We were just about to hit him. Because there's a bunch of people behind me. So the AI in this case, I don't know if they would have all started just backing up. That might be asking a little bit too much. They'll even start honking at you too if you take too long. Road rage in a virtual game. But yeah, if I get myself a pickup truck and I don't really carry a lot of stuff, there wouldn't be anything for me to carry. All the shopping I would do with the very little money I have, it would just fit in the back seat anyways. I wouldn't need to put it in the cab. But I would get a 4x4 and I would probably get one of those, what are they called, a cap? A pickup truck cap? Not like the tarp just to cover it, I mean like, so it's like it's enclosed. So it almost looks like a suburban-like kind of truck. This is where I like to go a little bit off to the left when I know that I can. Go in a little bit into the opposite lane momentarily. Oh wow, it does look like I did the whole trip. But anyhow, I've only played the game a couple of times since the new update came out there not long ago. And with the clouds and the lighting and how dynamic everything is, like, the clouds aren't always going to look like that, if you know what I mean by that. Clouds aren't always going to look identical, like they actually move. You can have thicker clouds, darker clouds, an assortment of clouds. Kind of like when you look outside, it never looks exactly the same, but it looks similar-ish, if you know what I mean by that. And that, again, helps with the sense of realism, immersion. Because you can have thunder, lightning, heavier rain, slightly lighter rain. It's not always the same, exactly. And again, this is the first rainfall since the new update with the updated lighting and all that. And I can definitely notice a difference. Like, it's just unbelievable. And because I do have to go soon, I'm not going to try and show off with my parking skills, even though this would tend to be the highlight of the game for some. I've done it once before, where I said, where do you need it? And, you know what I mean? It took me 20 minutes. It took me longer to park it than it did for me to do the trip. No one wants to see that. No one, I could promise you. Like, even now, where am I going, you know? Oh, I just have to go up ahead. Couldn't see with the hood there. This should be good. Oh, not really. Okay, so I gotta pull. Seriously? It's not gonna give it to me? Come on. You know why, right? It's because it really wants, you know, that back part there a little bit, like, more scooted in. And believe it or not, that can actually be a little bit harder than you think, at least for me. So we're gonna go in like that. Now we're gonna back it up. Nice and straight, and I'm gonna look at my mirrors. Oh, come on. I made it worse, because of course that's what I would do. I mean, I can skip the whole thing, but let me try and do something here. Okay, so if I want my trailer to go to the left, that means I've got to go and back up to the right, I think. Yeah, see, like that. And then I've got to straighten out my wheel. Whoops. I've done much better than this before, just so you know. And I didn't even use third person. Even the dust particles, like everything, it's so good. How much room do I have behind me? You know what else they say? Use the whole space that you have given to you. There we go. We got it. That was annoying. I was late. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, I was late because I slept. That's right. When you sleep, you don't usually want to do that. Anyhow, whatever. I am going to end it here. I, on my own, am going to play a little bit more. I'll pick something from here. Go on from there. I am tempted to maybe go to another state, but I'll do that on my own. Well, that's it for me for now. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. As always, it greatly helps support the channel with the algorithm and making me a little bit more relevant in the search results when people are looking things up on the internet. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. And as always, I'll put you in a wrist lock and I'll just snap your thumb off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe, of course, that would greatly be appreciated. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.